Forget impeachment. That bar is too low. Pete Hegseth is headed for jail, and Trump and his administration know it. Right now, they are panicking because their first attempt at real damage control just blew up in their faces. I'm going to show video of the blowback Trump and his administration are getting from using drones to kill people in boats. And you are going to want to see it because this crisis goes all the way to the top. So hit that subscribe button so we can keep providing you with the kind of media analysis you won't get from corporate media. Because certainly one of the things that mainstream corporate media is not saying is that the problem the Trump administration is facing right now is the legacy of their constant lying. When you lie all day, every day, it eventually catches up with you. And now the Trump administration has gone one step further. They threw an admiral under the bus and blamed him for killing survivors of the first boat they attacked. You may recall that Admiral Alvin Halsey resigned command of U.S. Southern Command in overseeing the Caribbean and South American waters, and his resignation was almost immediate. Why? Because Hegseth gave him an illegal order to blow up boats. Command then went to Admiral Bradley, who obeyed Hegseth's orders. And what did Bradley get for his loyalty to Whiskey Pete instead of loyalty to the Constitution? He got Hegseth, throwing him under the bus. Here's what Hegseth posted on social media. Let's make one thing crystal clear. Admiral Mitch Bradley is an American hero, a true professional, and has my 100% support. I stand by him and the combat decisions he has made on the September 2nd mission, and all others since. America is fortunate to have such men protecting us. When this Department of War says we have the backs of our warriors, we mean it. Okay, well, let me make one thing crystal clear. There is no way that Pete Kegbreath is clever enough to employ this strategy of blaming someone by complimenting them as a means of throwing them under the bus. And it bears the signature move of the Trump administration, the 180-degree lie. Rather than have Bradley's back, they are making him the fall guy. Well, the media isn't buying it. Watch some of these reactions.
Okay, let me just translate this into he's pinning this on Bradley. Okay, he's saying that's what that's about, right? I mean, where do you see this headed?
He is passing the buck. He sort of sees the freight train that is coming, right? That both Republicans and Democrats are coming to the conclusion that this was an illegal, wildly immoral act, and he is shifting the blame. It's the opposite of the buck stops here. And boy, it's a chilling signal to everyone in the chain of command that the Secretary of Defense does not have your back. Now, in this case, it seems likely that he actually did give the order, that he gave the order to kill everyone on that boat, and that those in the chain of command were simply following his orders. But he is basically telling everyone, all of his generals, all of the professional staff of the Department of Defense, that I'm going to save myself if things get tough. And that's just devastating.
This is just where the stupidity comes in. To have a strike on September 2nd, go on Fox and Friends September 3rd, to brag that you were there, that more and more conservatives, more and more Republicans, not lefties, Republicans, are saying it's deeply disturbing, this alleged war crime.
And a good barometer always is congressional Republicans. And you listen to them, even the ones who've defended Donald Trump on some of his worst moments, saying, the most gracious you can hear is, well, let's wait till all the facts come out. They're not racing to defend him, most of them. And others are saying we need to launch a full investigation. We need to have hearings on this. This is deadly serious. This is a potential war crime. The decision to kill the people, allegedly, is that of Admiral Bradley, a decorated admiral in the Navy. So that to push that admiral in front of the bus is not going to end well, probably, for Defense Secretary Hegseth.
No.
He's in a bind. The White House is in a bind, as we'll see in a moment, as the press secretary yesterday did her best in a nearly impossible situation.
That was hard.
So, okay, nobody's buying the fact that Hegseth is innocent here. In some respects, yes. Democrats have to start with the low-hanging fruit, and that is certainly Hegseth. whose IQ is pretty much identical to the average kumquat. But in focusing on the second strike on survivors, Democrats must be careful that they don't excuse the attacks themselves, which are illegal and were authorized by Trump. If they do, they cede the grounds for impeachment and much, much more. Because do you know what happens when you let macho military men do whatever they think a tough guy needs to do? Well, Catholics around the world can tell you what happens. Today marks the 45th anniversary of the murder of 4 churchwomen in El Salvador at the hands of the military. And they did exactly what Pete Hegseth did when they were busted, tried to deny it. This country needs to do better. This country has now killed 80 people just because a couple of tough guys have accused them of being terrorists and drug runners. That pretty much puts us in the same boat. No pun intended. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. You'll not only help out our channel, you'll be taking concrete action and helping get rid of Trump and the MAGA movement who ushered him in.